following is a presentation of GRS TV.
We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot. We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot.
Stadium in Garland, a very pleasant good evening and welcome to our Thursday Garland ISD game of the week. And tonight we got a good one for you, the Sachse Mustangs against the Garland Owls. Hi again everybody, I'm Scott Powell along with Bobby George, and we're glad to have you along with us tonight. This looks like a really good ball game on paper. Both teams 3-1 on the season, 1-1 in district play, and Bobby, I mean, outside of paper, you look at the success of these two programs the last 3 years. Sachse's dominated, but Garland looks a little bit different this year. They've got quite a bit more offense, it appears, especially at the quarterback position.
Well, they've got a lot of sophomores that are coming up, and the talk of the town, everybody's super excited about this group of sophomores coming up. You'll see the receiver is a sophomore, the star quarterback's a sophomore, the star running back's a sophomore, led by a lot of sophomores on defense. They're just really excited about this team. And Sachse, again, it's going to be a close game. 31 points per game and 30 points per game. Both teams are putting it in there. You can see the coach, he's excited there tonight. Hey, it's a beautiful Thursday night, and his team, on if any stat you can come to that gives them a little bit of the advantage, is defense. Defensively, they're only allowing 23 points a game for the Sachse Mustangs.
Sachse won the toss, but they elected to defer until the second half, so they will kick off. Garland will take the football and move left to right here in the first quarter. It is a warm evening, although the temperature does drop fairly quickly this time of year. The high was 93. Right now we're in the upper 80s. We'll drop through the 80s as the game goes on. Very little wind, so it is pretty warm down there on that surface. Right now the flags are barely blowing off to the left. Garland in their all-white tops and bottoms with gold and black trim and bright gold helmets. I love those new Garland helmets with the black owl across it. Sachse and their road red tops, blue bottoms, and blue helmets, as they are the home team tonight. Here's a kickoff return for the Owls out to the 34, and that's where they'll scrimmage. And their quarterback, Sergio Perez, is averaging 225 yards a game through the ground, 14 completions. He's got 12 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. And there he is, number 12, as he comes out with the rest of the offense as they got the play from the sideline. Going to go with 3 receivers out to this right side, 1 to the left. Jay-Sean Powers, the running back in the formation in the backfield, takes the handoff left guard, fighting for extra yardage there. He got a lot out of very little there on first down, a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, it was a nice little duck move that he used. I mean, there was a big wall of red or I guess what we call Sachse's colors. There's orange or something. I'm not exactly sure, but he's a big wall kinda right there, and then all of a sudden he just ducks down real low where you can't reach him, and then squirts out there for 6 yards.
Yeah, it's kind of an orangey red, I guess you would say. Here's a screen pass to Powers as he comes to the near sideline. He's run out of bounds a little bit short of the first down, a gain of 2. Good pursuit there by the Sachse defense.
Again, he's a 5'10", 175-pound sophomore, Jay-Sean Powers. Nice connection, just a little out route. And they will break that. They're looking, Sachse's watching for that because they will run that quite often and break a couple.
Owls with a 3rd and 4 here on the game's opening possession. 2 receivers are stacked each way. Perez wants to throw it, drops it over the middle. That's just enough for the first down. Caught by Hudson. He was downed immediately, but he got 5 and a fresh set of downs.
That's how confident it is. Now, another sophomore. He's a 6'1", 175-pound sophomore. And, they'll go to him a lot. Last week when they played Wiley, 133 yards, 11 receptions, and 2 touchdowns against that team.
Perez takes the snap, quick out pass caught by Ellis, and he's free down the far sideline. Big yardage, he fumbles the ball, and Sachse recovers it. And on that recovery was 44 Jordan Brooks.
Boy, just like that, you have a great play. It's a great design. Pops him out there wide open, and then you got to do. Sometimes you try to do a little bit too much. You're right there by the out of bounds, and you can go out of bounds there, pick up your yards. But a great play right there by Sachse. And that ball just stayed there. Instead of bouncing outside, stays right on the sideline and stays in bounds.
1st and 10 Mustangs at their 31. Their first possession of the game. Handoff on the fullback dive right up the middle. Sean Coleman with the good body lean gets just 3 out of that to the 34.
You know, we start talking about both these teams and how close they look. They're 3-2 in district, both teams, and they're both, 3-2 overall, 1-1 in district, both teams. And the only thing that we can see or watch to see which team has the advantage over the other is they've played Wiley. Both teams have played Wiley, and both teams lost to Wiley.
Parker Wells, the quarterback, quick out pass caught. Could not get a block, so we'll go for little yardage. Jordan Neighbors on the reception. He squeezed out, about 3 to the 37, 3rd down coming.
So when Sachse played Wiley, it was 21-22 loss. And when Garland played Wiley, it was 50-21. And you can see right there, that's a beautiful defensive play. Keep them short, 3rd and short.
3rd and 4 Mustangs let the punt it away. Wells straight drop. Here comes some pressure. That'll flush him right. Now he's got the sideline and a 1st down before he steps out at the Sachse, they're going to say the 41. Actually, I thought he got more than that. That's going to be close. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and move the chains and call the 1st down.
He had nobody to throw to. Everybody was covered downfield. The outside guys were covered. The guys that went deep were covered. And so it was a pretty smart play to get outside, and he just outruns everybody.
Coleman up the middle through a big hole, runs over a tackler and just keeps going, gets a 12-yard gain into Garland territory at the 47. He's a good, strong runner, not a big kid, but boy, he'll run over you.
5'9", 185-pound running back is a junior, but he lowered his shoulders there and used his weight.
Yeah, he's got a lot of that 185 is from the waist down as he takes another handoff right up the gut through a huge hole, breaks a tackle to the 25, the 20. He's got the sideline, the 10, the 5, and he's finally dropped out inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. That's a 44-yard gain. Great vision to break it outside.
Yeah, and this comes because of the play before it. When he ducked his shoulders and ran over the guy, this time they didn't want to take on that hit, so they go ahead and try to arm tackle, and he just runs right through that thing.
1st and goal, Mustangs looking for the early lead. Coleman, touchdown, untouched over left guard. The Mustangs do have the early lead. Boy, they made it look easy.
Yeah, they had them 3rd and short, or 3rd and 4. That's not too short. And,
no.
But Garland had them, but then you get a scramble right there by Wells and get you a 1st down, and then 2 straight plays, man, just right up the middle, set you up for that touchdown.
And no penalties, by the way, to slow things down. Extra point attempt coming from Addison Perez. He's been kicking for him for a couple of years. They get the ball down, the kick is up, and it's good just inside the left upright. Timeout on the field, 9:28 left 1st quarter. Sachse scratches first, and they lead Garland 7-0 here on GRS TV. About ready for the Sachse kickoff. They go 69, Yeah, 69 yards in 6 plays, and they did it in only 1 minute and 36 seconds. Here's the Coleman touchdown. He was untouched before he reached the end zone. Coleman, the last 3 carries of the drive, went 12, 44, and 3 yards as he fueled the march. Sachse made it look easy. Now they're going to kick off. Garland will start their second possession. They moved the ball a little bit on their opening possession all the way to the Sachse 31, but fumbled it away. Here's the kickoff return.
Boy, that is an interesting kickoff.
Fennell on the short kick gets it out across the 40 to the 41.
I mean, you know, they were all bunched up in the middle of the field, kicked it off to the side, and had everybody running that way. And usually, you know, you teach your guys to stay in lane so that you can't get beat outside. But boy, if they set up a wall left or something, man, there's just nobody. If 45 wasn't there, that thing's gone.
Yeah, that's a good point. Kicker would have been next. Owls from their 41. 3 receivers to the wide side, the left side, 1 to the right. Powers, the lone back, and Powers gets the handoff, and he runs into a wall of Mustangs. Fights for what he can get, maybe a yard to the 41.5. Good job of stacking it up.
Yeah, Sachse's got some big guys in there. Big number 95 and number 75. Those guys are some big dudes. And, you know, if you're going to have to really do some good blocking to clear those guys out so that you can get some running room in there.
Ryan Jones, 95. Gavin Portillo, 75. 2nd and 9. Perez going to go deep down this sideline. A jump ball. It's caught by Hudson, and he gets a block from Allen. Will he score? He's inside the 10. No, the last line of pursuit got him, but he gets all the way to the 4-yard line, and a touchdown saving tackle there by Matthew Carter.
And that's why you can just throw that thing up there because, it's a jump ball. Watch him just take it away. He takes it away from the defender, and boy, that's impressive right there. He keeps that up, and he'll be playing Saturdays for sure.
53-yard play. Yeah, ball was underthrown and came back for the ball and just out-jumped the defense. So Garland again moving the ball. No fumble so far this possession as they looking to even this game at 7. 3 receivers set. Perez hands it Power as he almost was hitting the backfield, spun out of that, and he'll get a couple to the 3. He evaded the initial penetration and then just ran into a wall of Mustangs.
It sure did. I mean, looked like both defensive ends came straight flying through there. Watch how they get through there, and then all of a sudden he just spins off of it, and he just about gets loose in the middle as well.
Garland showing some offense, which they have all year. Well, it's a team that only averaged about 10 points a game last year. They've already got as many wins as they had the last 2 years combined as they're sitting there at 3-1. It's an improved ball club. Fade route, corner of the end zone, caught, beautiful. Touched, no.
Oh.
It came loose at the last minute. Jeter thought he had it, but good defense knocked it away.
Boy, that was a beautiful ball. He throws it back corner. Receiver turns and catches it forward, which is really a nice. Look at that. Oh, when he hits the ground, he drops it right there. Oh, yeah. Nice call by the refs. Good defense there.
Matthew Herrera with the play. 3rd and goal from the 3. Perez, another fade route, wide open, and he missed his receiver. Jabari Ellis was all alone, and he couldn't hit him.
That's a great play. They did a little crisscross action right there, and they sent Ellis from the backfield or the slot position to go out there to do that. Perez may have got a little in a hurry. He saw him wide open over there.
James Cassidy will attempt a field goal. It appears they'll put it down at the 10, so it'll just be a 20-yard try. Jabari Ellis, the holder. Good snap, good hold. The kick looks good, and it is good. So Garland's on the board as they put together another nice drive here and come up with some points. 7:11 left in our first period. It's Sachse 7, Garland 3 here on GRS TV. 59-yard drive for the Garland Owls. As you see some of the Sachse drill team waving to us. Hello, folks. Pretty good Thursday night crowd. The drive, 59 yards, 6 plays. It stalled at the 3, and a 20-yard Cassidy field goal makes it 7-3 Sachse. And James Cassidy will kick off.
Yeah, a lot of the town is excited about this Garland team, and of course Sachse always brings, you know, a crowd. So it's a nice crowd here, a lot of people, a lot of fun.
Little fake end around on the kick return. Yeah, we've got a penalty marker back at the 15, 2 of them, so I think they saw something. Neighbors with a long return. He's finally knocked out of bounds at the Sachse or the Garland 45, but this one's coming back.
Yeah, it'll be all for naught because you get those guys going from one side of the field to the other on that reverse, and sometimes you'll get a clip in the back, and this one was just obvious.
Sounds like the referee's mic might be on. Hopefully it's working tonight. First penalty marker we've seen, right, Bobby? That's always encouraging. I probably just jinxed it.
Exactly. It was an obvious penalty, though. It hit him right in the back, right in front of the ref.
We wait for them to mark it off. The referee is Rick Adams tonight. Umpire Lee Smith marks it off. He's going to put it down at the 8, so Sachse backed up on their second possession. 6:57 left first quarter.
We'll see if they keep giving that ball to Sean Coleman here. See if they can get some running room. Yeah. Garland's playing with a deep safety, and that's kind of different. We don't usually see that. I think it's a good play to have you a deep safety. He's sitting about 17 yards deep.
Parker Wells back in at quarterback. Fakes that off to Coleman. He'll keep it around the right end, but did not get a block. He got a couple out of that, but lots of Garland defenders were waiting. They read that from the get-go.
Yeah, nice job out there by the corner. He's out there by himself.
But got a lot of help from pursuit. They tried to do that to the short side of the field, it appeared.
Yeah, it's Aaron King out there, and he's another sophomore.
Going both ways some tonight. Ball on that right hash, 2 receivers wide left. Coleman in the pistol to the right of Wells, takes the handoff, and he's hit immediately and gets a short gain. Nice play there, nice one-on-one tackle by Gaber Durant. G-E-B-E-R, Gaber Durant.
Well, there's a lot going on in there, but yeah, you see right there, number 40 comes down the line. Makes a great play. He's playing the right linebacker. You'll also see him jump out in coverage when they bring somebody out there.
3rd and 5 Mustangs will they'll have to punt it away. Coleman takes the handoff, and he is swarm tackled as he got to the line. Boy, they had some trouble with that play on the first drive, and Garland stacks it up and forces a punt. Several defenders there.
Well, that's good to see because you saw earlier that first drive, you thought, oh, man, they are just breaking through the line so good, but you see 49 steps in there and sheds that block. Let's see, that's Onchawari.
Onchawari, yeah.
Yeah, and he just sheds the block and makes a great play to set that 4th down up. And now Sachse's got a late player coming into the game here.
First punt of the game, it appears, is coming. 3 on the play clock. Waiting, they finally get the snap in time.
Oh, beautiful.
Addison Perez, the punter, kicking and punting today as the return man just lets it go and gets a little roll to the 36, so they flip the field nicely. Sachse does.
Yeah, Aaron King, he almost has to do a little dance around the ball. That thing just kept coming towards him.
50-yard punt by Perez. Garland with decent field position for their second possession, trailing 7-3. 4:50 left first quarter.
Yeah, that's a nice job of the punt team. I mean, that's very well executed play right there. Kicking it out of your own end zone and you flip the field.
Here come the Owls. They drove 59 yards in 6 plays and settled for a field goal on their opening possession, or second possession, I should say. Powers will be in the pistol to the right of Perez and shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left and 1 right, ball on the right hash. Powers takes the handoff, just looking for somewhere to go because there was nothing available, and he finally just takes his medicine after gaining nothing. And again, in on the play, well, I thought it was 44, but leading the way this time was 41, Scotty Jesmer.
Yeah, number 95, Ryan Jones, 6'2", 255, sitting there at two-tech position. He gets his claws on you, and it's hard to get away.
4-man Sachse defensive front, 3 linebackers on 2nd and 12. He lost 2. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Perez going to throw it left. Hit screen, caught, but downed immediately for a loss. That was Jabari Ellis, and making the play was Travion Davis.
Hey, if you're going to throw that, you better block Travion Davis. He's been scout teaming a lot. He's been watching how this play happens, and he sees it immediately. I mean, there was no stopping him. He comes right through there, and you got to make a good block on that player. He's going to take you out.
Perez, nobody around as he just almost like he threw it away down this near sideline deep. Nobody open, and Garland's going to have to punt it away on 4th down. First time Garland has not moved it tonight. And they're now 1 out of 3 on 3rd down, which is part of the problem. So they'll punt it away for the first time, it appears.
2 good defensive stands, one by Sachse and one by Garland.
Cassidy will also serve as the punter, so we got 2-way kickers for each team. Cassidy waiting back at his 17. 1 deep safety for Sachse. That is Sean Coleman.
Blocked.
Oh, the kick blocked.
Get on it.
It's going to be covered at the 40, make it the 37 of Garland. So Sachse with great field position. Another mistake could cost Garland here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you were running the ball good. You were up the sideline all the way down to the 25. You fumble the ball. Sachse takes it, scores on, on that possession, and now you get a blocked punt. You see right there, 41. Getting in there, Scotty Jesmer.
7-3, Mustangs lead it. They've got the ball at the Garland 37. Tight formation here. Wells handed it to Coleman. He cuts it up over right tackle and runs into a bunch of Owls. Nowhere to go there. They tried to run that to the short side of the field. Boy, Garland looking pretty good defensively after that first series where Coleman just burned them all the way down the field.
Boom.
Boy, good hard hit.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of gang tackling, which is impressive from Garland. Lots of white shirts in on several of the tackles. No gain, 2nd and 10. They've used 2 quarterbacks in every game this season. So far, it's been all Parker Wells. Coleman right up the middle for a first down. He's finally tackled from behind at the 25, but the hole was there. Gain of 12.
Boy, when he gets it and takes off, he gets through there so quick. Just a great block. Did you see that?
Yeah,
just
what an
cleared it
opening.
all out, and he makes the first defender miss right there and picks up some nice yards.
On his back for the tackle was Jeremiah Bennett. Going to ride Coleman again. He cuts at the line over right guard and gets a nice gain of 5 on first down. Nice job of window shopping there. He didn't like what he first saw, so he cut to his right and took off.
Yeah, got a real good quick step. That first step that he takes after his cut is just really fast.
2nd and 5. Sachse going quickly. Still Wells and Coleman in the backfield. Coleman, nope, fake handoff. Wells will keep it, and he's going to be down for no gain. Good job there by defensive lineman number 56 to make the play. That is Martinez, Axel Martinez.
Yeah, you see Bennett getting up there limping just a little bit on that tackle. A lot of people rolled up on his legs there.
Good job of staying home here and stepping up there. Yeah, making the first hit. Really, the tackle was Bennett, as you pointed out. 3rd and 5, Sachse. Could be 4-down territory. Right now, it'd be a 26-yard or 36-yard field goal. Wells is in trouble. Flushed out to his right. Throws it. Picked off. Did he hold on? Yeah, they're going to say picked off inside the 5-yard line. He bobbled it, and it looked like it wouldn't be any good, but what a play by Aaron King. There he is, high five and doing the high body five or whatever. What do you call that, Bobby? I'm a little behind the times.
That's what you call having fun. Look at that play he makes. Oh, did he actually? Well, it doesn't matter. We don't have instant replay, and the referee was right there and called it a catch. So
now, come on, Bobby, you're hip. What do you call that when they body slam each other? I guess body slam?
Well, it depends on if you get knocked down to the ground on the body slam or if you just celebrate the body slam.
Oh, there's got to be a term for it. I'm waiting to hear from the truck. 1st and 10 from the 4. Play action to fake.
He's got him.
Perez drops it off to Ellis, who's got lots of yardage down this sideline before he's tackled from behind by Jordan Brooks.
Well, they get him out there. They did that play on the other side of the field. Of course, it turned into a fumble, but this time they do the same play, and they just sneak him out there so quick. He's out on a linebacker, and he's just able to outrun him.
Gain of 15, 1st and 10 at the 19. 2 receivers each way. Now they're going to stand up and look to the sideline. Got 15 seconds on that play clock. Plenty of time to adjust. Powers takes a handoff. He's hit in the backfield and tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. Good penetration there.
I think what's going to happen for that to work tonight, the quarterback is going to have to, do the read option. He's going to have to fake that handoff and then take off because right now
something Wells is doing for Sachse.
That's exactly right, and it's opening up the middle because right now the linebackers, everybody's just going straight in.
Yeah, they need some deception to open that up. Good point. Perez rolling left, fires incomplete. Led Ellis a little too much. He also threw into a dangerous area where there are a lot of, what do you call them, orange or red shirts?
Sachse shirt, yeah. It's a great color. I just don't know exactly what it is.
Well, I'm going to look on the roster here. Maybe they've got their colors listed here. It's kind of a dark orange. Light red, dark orange. I'd call them orange. I'd say they're orange.
I say it's good enough.
I think it's more orange than red. 3rd and 10, Garland. Taking a lot of time here between plays. Fake handoff, going to run the screen. It's caught, but downed immediately is Jeter, the receiver, at the 24.
Jeter was just as surprised to catch that as anybody because that was going to Powers all the way. But Perez has to get rid of it a little early, and it floats. And all of a sudden, Jeter looks up, and boom, hey, I got the ball. Look, see, oh, well, what? Hey, I'll take it. Goes down on the stat sheet, but not a first down.
Ryan Jones made the tackle. That's going to be the final play of the first quarter. We've got a good one tonight here from Williams Stadium in Sachse 7, Garland 3, as you see some of the folks on hand tonight. Good Thursday night crowd here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you want to see. It all starts right now. The GISD.
And we're back. Bobby, you got any interesting first quarter numbers?
Well, I mean, it's about as even as you can get. Both teams have 4 first downs. Of course, Garland has 104, but a lot of that came on that long pass, and Sachse's got 91 total yards. But Garland's got 99 in the air, and Sachse's only got 5 yards passing.
Well, they haven't tried to throw it much.
They haven't had to much, but, boy, 86 on the ground for Garland. They've been able to run it. So they're statistically the same.
Garland's only got 5. Sachse has 86. Most of it from Coleman on that opening possession. Here's a punt from the Owls. Going to let it roll, and a nice roll for Garland. They're going to flip the field nicely as it's down all the way to the Sachse 30.
Boy, did you see that? Now, that referee did not blow the whistle after the Garland player touched the ball. And if he was not going to call it down, and if a Sachse player would have came and picked that thing up, he could have took it to the house.
46-yard punt. The punting has done a good job tonight of flipping the field for both offenses. Here come the Mustangs from their 31. We just started the second quarter. They lead at 7-3. Both teams 1-1 in district play. Big game tonight. 3 receivers set for, well, this could be a Wildcat. That's Jordan Neighbors out of the Wildcat formation, a running back who carries it for a short gain that actually lost a yard to the 30 as he tried to go outside. And the play was made by Scotty Johnson, big number 70.
It looked like that it could have worked. I mean, they had a lot of jerseys in front of them, Sachse jerseys in front of them, but boy, somehow those white Owls just were able to sneak through there and pick him up.
Good job by Johnson. 6'2", 255. Pursuing down the line. There's a handoff for a short gain left guard. That'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. Garland doing a much better job against the run since that first possession for Sachse where they just stuck it down their throats.
Yeah, that's what I say. They have 86 rushing yards, and most of it came from that first possession.
3rd and 10 Mustangs, or they'll have to punt it away again. All we've seen is Wells at quarterback. Again, they've used Wells and Foreman in every game this season. Wells wants to throw. Steps up. Fires over the middle, incomplete. Had a receiver. Neighbors had a step on the defender, but the pass was low. Chase Biddle with the defense.
Well, you see Sean Coleman offensively stepping in there and picking up the blitz and does an outstanding job. I mean, he gives his quarterback a little bit of time to throw that, Parker Wells, and he had an open man, so the ball could have been caught for a first down, but if that would have happened, that would have been all Coleman. And a lot of times, you know, in the pros and in college, the reason guys can run the ball really well, but they can't step up and make that block on a blitz. And Coleman was able to do that this time, so
Perez
nice job.
with another nice punt, although let's see where they mark it as it went out of bounds on this near side. His first one was 50 yards. This one will not be as good, but not bad as it goes out at the 38. That is a 31-yard punt, not nearly as good, but no return. 10:33 first half. Sachse still leading at 7-3. As you can see, the Owls with their coaching staff. That's Danny Russell with his back to us, the head coach.
Yeah, they really need to put something together here. Stay on the offensive field for just a little bit. Give their defense an award and put them on the bench for just a little bit. Let them get some rest.
Perez in shotgun. It was a little delayed handoff. Powers nowhere to go. The
Justice Ryder coming in, 6'2", 205 linebacker. Now, he's a sophomore for Sachse.
Yeah, number 31. Good-sized kid, as you said. Garland cheerleaders on the sideline tonight. 2nd and 11, he lost 1. Perez going to roll right. Flag flies. The play continues. Fires, caught. Bringing it down over there was Hudson, just a little short of the first down. Let's see what the penalty's all about. Only the second one of the night.
Well, they let the play continue, so that's probably going to be some kind of offsides on defense.
Procedure, so why didn't they kill the play?
Right.
Maybe they did and nobody heard the whistle. It is coming back, obviously, because it would have been 2nd or 3rd and 2, but they're going to bring it back and make it 2nd and 17.
Yeah, usually when there's a procedure called like that, they go ahead and blow the whistle and stop it because they know it's coming back anyway, right?
Right.
They let it go usually when it's a defensive offside, so it's a free play. But
you rarely see a play continue like that. 2nd and 15 for the Owls. Here comes the blitz. Perez gets it off. Little tunnel screen.
Yeah,
That's
they're going to get an
interference against Sachse.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be right there.
Matthew Carter.
They knew what that play was going to be. They've probably seen it watching film.
So that'll be an automatic first down for Garland and probably 15 yards forward.
They wanted to get on him and not let him catch that.
Here's your replay. Looked like a good call, didn't it? Yeah, he's all over his back before the ball ever got there. They tried to hit Hudson on the screen. Yeah, 15-yard walk-off and move the chains at the 43 will be the new field position.
Yeah, they're not moving.
They're not moving the chains, which doesn't make any
it's
sense.
An automatic first down.
Absolutely, it's got to be automatic first down. Pass interference is automatic first down.
Okay, now they got it straightened out. Here we go.
I knew what we were talking about
but
that time,
they still aren't
Bobby.
moving the chain, so it's going to be first in 6.
I don't understand unless it's holding. Even that's a first down.
Oh, he's
Pass
got him.
is caught. Wide open. Ellis. It's a foot race. Jabari Ellis. Touchdown. Garland. And they have the lead.
Boy, Perez puts that one right on the money, and just Ellis is just running away from the defender. He's not open initially, but Perez puts the ball out there and lets him run under it. Good protection, you can see. Look, he throws it out there and just lets him keep running for it. Doesn't have to slow down.
Garland with a lot of speed, and they're getting their players into space, and they've got a 9-7 lead. Boy, this series has been dominated by Sachse the last 3 years. More on that when we come back. Here's the extra point. It's up and good by Cassidy. Timeout on the field, 9:42 first half. Garland leading Sachse 10-7 here on GRS TV. Quick 62-yard scoring drive in just 3 plays. The Garland fans are happy. I mentioned the series. Sachse has won the last 3 meetings between these two teams by a combined score of 179-19. Let that soak in. 179-19.
Well,
while Sachse's won 3 undefeated district championships in a row, and Garland has won one game, and 3 games the last 3 years.
We'll give the last 3 or 4 years to them, but Garland has dominated this district for so many years and beat up on Sachse for so many years.
Right.
That it might be a little payback for the last couple, you know. But
of course, we're early in this one, but yeah, this Garland team, you can tell they're better, just the early returns so far. This is the second time you've seen the Owls, the first time for me. Kickoff return, great field position for Sachse at their own 43.
Yeah, Dexter Jean-Pierre. Great
Love
name,
it.
right? He does a great job returning that one. He kind of does a little spinaroo, pick up an extra 5 or 6 yards.
Mustangs 1st and 10. And here is Xavier Foreman, that second quarterback I've been telling you about. Hands it to Coleman, who powers his way for a pretty good gain, although not much available, but he got 4 with just sheer power.
Yeah, because Big 49 was right there on it. I mean, he hits him at the line of scrimmage. Anchawari, now we've seen him before, 5'10", 195-pound lineman.
Well, Coleman can deliver a
But
blow
he can,
by running the football.
Yeah, he's got the head start, 5-yard head start. When he hits you, he's putting all 185 pounds on you.
2nd and 6, Coleman again. Oh, he's driven hard to the turf. Boy, Garland will come out and smack you hard. We've seen some good hitting so far. And that time leading the way was Alex Delgado. They're getting good play up the middle from linebackers and linemen. Watch this replay. There's Delgado right there. And a 3rd down, another 3rd down for Sachse. They need 3. Could be 4-down territory at midfield. The snap is high. Foreman brings it down and finds this near sideline and has plenty for the 1st down. Xavier Foreman, the left-handed quarterback.
Well, Trey Alexander just comes up, and they hit head-to-head, man, on the sideline here.
Gain of 9 for Foreman. He's thrown for 236 yards. Wells has thrown for 565, but Foreman is the 2nd leading rusher on this team, and you just saw why right there.
Yeah, that's why it opens it up in the middle, because he does that read option and it'll take it off take off running on the outside.
They faked the jet sweep and handed and tripped up in the backfield for a loss. Nice penetration. Good read on the play there by Devon Fennell.
Another sophomore coming off the edge.
Well, sophomore is the class of the day for Garland. I mean, they've got a ton of them, don't they?
They've got it, and they're really excited about this young class.
2nd and 11, 7:55. Clock is really rolling along here in the second quarter. It's been a quick one so far tonight, mainly because of no penalties, which I just love and hope I didn't jinx. 3 receivers set. Xavier Foreman still in there, quarterback. Tries the slant pass, incomplete. Tried to hit Tristan Turner, but it was overthrown.
Yeah, I'm not sure Turner was expecting the ball to come out that hot, but you got to be ready for that as a receiver. I mean, he's breaking that about a 6-yard slant, and that ball came out. It was a little high, but I don't think he was even had his hands up ready for the ball yet.
3rd and 11 could be 4-down territory for the Mustangs at the Garland 42. Here come the Stangs with 15 on the play clock. 2 receivers each way. They need to the 31 of Garland. Foreman, the lefty, looks deep down the middle, incomplete. Had an open receiver, but overshot him. And let's see who that was.
No penalties. There we go. Good deal.
We got a penalty?
No, there's not one out there. Anytime you throw a ball like that, you start looking for flags, and there wasn't any. Now, Garland.
I'm paranoid. I figured there had to be one.
Me too. But Garland, they go out there and they play man-to-man with all their guys, and they send a blitz up the middle, and that's why he had to throw that ball just a little early. He didn't get to set his feet and aim it, toss it out there. He had to get rid of it quickly.
Perez will punt on 4th down, it appears. Hudson on the left, Rogers on the right, and twin safety. Oh, this is a monstrous punt, a beautiful spiral that is 5 yards deep in the end zone. Now the net's not going to be so good, but it will go as a 42-yard punt.
Which is pretty good because you really don't want them to have that return man. Garland had 2 guys sitting back there to return that, so it's probably better to bring it on out to the 20.
Yeah, it's probably going to get returned, isn't it, because of the twin safeties.
That's right. Nice
the net
job.
is only 22, but it'll start at the 20 with Garland. 7:25 left in our first half. They lead it. Yep, the Garland Owls lead it 10-7. And they're ready to go with 3 receivers right. Ball center of the field. Powers in at tailback. The pistol to the left. Play action. Paris fires. Caught. Breaking one tackle is Jeter. Dragging another one. And boy, he just wouldn't go down easily and has a first down out to the 36. 16 yards for J-Trick Jeter.
Yeah, 6'1", 180-pound sophomore sitting out there. Boy, he shows how strong he is. Watch this. He's got dragging one, drag. Now this guy, he's going to drag him a little bit, and boy, it's going to take the whole team to get him down.
Looks like a pickup with a hitch.
They had to rip his shoe off.
That's the only way to tackle him. 1st and 10, Garland. 3 receivers to the short side left. Perez been in shotgun all night. Going to hand it power sweep right. He's hitting the backfield and didn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
But there's where we call that read option that's really hurting them, that Perez doesn't take the ball and run it, because you see number 31 go through there so fast, and Ryder knows that Perez is not going to run it, so he just runs right past him.
Yeah, you've got to hand it off just to keep him honest. That's a good point.
Yeah, he goes right past him.
Yeah, they're not even expecting Perez to keep it.
That's right.
You've got to give him something to worry about. It's a good point.
I mean, if you had that, Powers would have had another foot or two to be able to take that. He probably would have broke some yards out.
Perez throws it down the middle, up for grabs, and it's picked off. Interception by Dexter Jean-Pierre. Love the name, and the turnover goes to Sachse. He just threw that up for grabs, really, Bobby.
He threw it up for grabs off of his back foot. There was good pressure right on him. But you're going to throw that. He was open. If you throw that deep and let your receiver run and get that one, that's a touchdown.
He also appeared to throw it off his back foot. It just did not look good from the get-go. Had way too much air under it.
Yeah, you throw it short, And Pierre will pick it off. You throw it deep, and that's a touchdown.
Sachse 1st and 10 from their 49. Plenty of time halfway through the second quarter. Flips one out. It's caught by Perez for a short gain, and he runs head first into the Garland defender. That's Chase Biddle again.
Yeah, 6'1", 170.
Big Biddle.
Sophomore. He's playing safety back there, but boy, he gets in there and squares the receiver up and just makes a great tackle.
Boy, not only is Garland better offensively this year, they're pretty good defensively too, as we're seeing. It just looks like a whole different Garland Owl football team. That's Foreman in there. He takes it up the middle, breaks out of the pack, and he's got big yardage inside the Garland 30 to the 26. That's a 22-yard gain. Looked like he'd go down around the line of scrimmage.
Poor Jay Fair. He's out there blocking for him. He finally pops out of there, and watch Jay Fair. He's out here blocking. Look at him doing my job, and then, oh, boom, take that.
Get out of my way, Jay.
Man, I'm doing all this work, and you take me out.
1st and 10, Mustangs. Hoping to take the lead here.
Make a tackle here.
Coleman bounces off one tackler, breaks another. He's inside the 5 and finally backs his way to the 3 where he's down. That's another 23-yard gain.
Yeah, they had him at the line of scrimmage, but you got to make the tackle. And good Lord, what is big old Scotty Johnson doing 25 yards down the field, making the tackle? Look at this. Where does he come from? Here he is. Hustle play. That's what you call a hustle play right there.
Not quitting. A defensive lineman who doesn't quit. Foreman will keep it, but runs into a wall at the 2. He got a yard. Again, it's 10-7. Garland, Sachse trying to retake the lead.
Well, Sachse is really capitalizing on these turnovers. You know, the first touchdown came off the possession of a fumble, and now you got this interception, and all of a sudden they're back down here fixing to score.
Under center, sneaks it. He is short, but gets it inside the 1. 3rd and goal coming. It's tough sledding down here for the Mustangs. They're going to mark it inside the 1, it appears. Probably 2 downs to get 1 yard,
absolutely.
Barring a penalty.
You'll see him. He's going to get right back under center and probably do the same thing. Foreman, he's 6'2", 215 pounds. I mean,
here he is. We got whistles before. Now, Garland took a timeout right before they snapped the ball, trying to freeze the quarterback. We'll take a break. 7-10, Garland leading it here on GRS TV. Well, it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 1 for Sachse. Foreman with 33 yards rushing. Coleman already with 110 yards on the ground for Sachse. He is in the backfield along with Foreman, who's going to be in shotgun at this point.
But look at this power they're going to have up here on the right side. I mean, they're just going to try to run it right.
Now he comes under center. Foreman tries to sneak it.
Yeah.
Did he get in? Did he get in? Yes, touchdown, according to the linesman. Touchdown, Sachse. They retake the lead.
Yeah, that's hard to stop that. I mean, he's just so big, and you got all those big offensive linemen. And then he takes the snap, goes up there, and then you get a big push by number 80. And that's where it gets you in right there.
Yeah, big number 80 pushes him in from behind. I think that's legal. I'm not sure that used to be legal, but I think it is now. That's Tyler Williams pushing from behind.
Yeah, he's 170 pounds.
Gets an assist.
Yes, sir.
Perez will try the PAT. Foreman the holder. Keep that in mind, especially later on if needed. The kick by Perez is good. Let's take a timeout. 3:41 left first half. Our new score, Sachse 14, Garland 10 here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you want to see. It all starts right now with GISD.
Take a look at the Thursday night crowd here at Williams Stadium. Sachse always draws well, as you see their fans on the home side. Beautiful Williams Stadium, which was remodeled a few years ago. Do you remember what year that was, Bobby? I don't.
Yeah,
2003, we're told. Thank you. Nice perch that we're in up here in the press box. We got a great view of the field, just high enough and just far enough away. It's just a perfect setup for us broadcasters.
Yeah, it's better than many colleges. I'll tell you that
Perez
right
with a
now.
low kick that's going to be fielded at the 9. They try and set up the return. Pretty good return by
He's still
Jeter.
up.
He breaks away and he's
Look
free
at
at the
him go.
40. Toward the 50, where he is knocked out of bounds by the kicker. Perez could have been a touchdown saving tackle at the 48 of Garland.
All clean, no
Or
flags.
Sachse, excuse me.
He knocks that thing down right there at the beginning.
No, the officials aren't going to call any more penalties. That's obvious.
Boy, he makes a great move right here and picks up his speed quickly. You got to make tackles. You got to wrap
And the
your arms
tackling
around him.
both ways tonight, Bobby. The tackling has not been very good.
Boy, nice job right there by the kicker.
Wow. I think they would have gotten him eventually, but yeah, when the kicker has to make the tackle, that's never good. 3:28 left first half. Garland with two of their timeouts remaining as they run the ball.
Garland's
gain
with
of 4.
175 yards and Sachse's 157. All passing, though, for Garland, 172 in the air. How about that?
Yeah, there's a change from the past 3 years.
Yeah, and it's changed for Sachse, too, because Sachse's only got 8 yards passing, and usually Sachse has been spread it out and throw it all over the place.
2nd and 6, Owls. Perez rolling and throws complete, and the receiver close to the first down marker. That's Jordan Hudson. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 39, and he needed the 38, so it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Look how strong he is. Just does a nice comeback to the inside, just waits for the ball to get there. And then you got Jeter on the other side. He's a great receiver. And number 5, Ellis. You just got great talent all around you.
Very probably 4-down territory here on 3rd and 1. Perez caught Hudson on the tunnel screen. First down plus a lot more to the 28. It's an 11-yard gain. Boy, they ran that beautifully.
Boy, that's nice. That's just a little 2-step turnaround. Take 2 steps like you're going deep and just hook the brakes up and let your quarterback put it in your gut. Boy, he just slipped some tackles, too. That's really nice job.
2:35 in running. 2 timeouts left for the Owls. They trail 14-10, but they're on the march. Play action
Got him.
fake. Gonna go deep. There's a penalty marker. The ball's incomplete. Tried to hit Hudson. Good defense there by Dexter Jean-Pierre.
Yeah, he was playing safety, or he had him, because what they did was they set it up on that 2-step turnaround. And this time you go 2-step turnaround and go. And they thought they had him, but the safety, Pierre, comes over and makes a great play.
Penalty is against Garland. So bring it back. Well, they're going to march it back. They're going to take the penalty. Instead of 2nd and 10, it'll be 1st and 15 for Garland. You see Danny Russell on the sideline. And the signal, Bobby, is illegal receiver downfield when they tap the top of their head.
Yeah, I think their lineman actually got down there. I don't know how, because it was such a quick throw.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like
quick
fake your
lineman.
hand. Yeah, it was a pump and go. I mean,
Yeah.
he throws it quick.
That's almost impossible, really, when you think about it. Perez in trouble, but he had the right play on. But big loss as the ball was caught by Powers, and he was dumped out of bounds immediately. Boy, here's a kid who's having a night. Jordan Brooks, linebacker, had a fumble recovery and several tackles so far.
Yeah, now he's following him out from the middle of the field. But they had that one all day.
Following the loss, it's only second down. That's the good news.
Now Sachse's got 2 deep safeties now, so they're thinking that Garland's going to try to throw this thing deep, but with 2 deep safeties like that, it's going to be really tough.
Owls need 20 on second down. Perez just a straight drop, time over the middle, tried to hit Allen, but led him too much, incomplete.
It's the right call right there because you have 2 safeties split in the field, so what you want to do is you want to run a little post right between the 2 safeties. That's what they do, so very smart call. Ball was just led just a little bit too much, but I tell you, they're getting a really strong push by this right side. So he's just pushing number 61 right back into the quarterback right there.
And the lineman got a little help on the block too, which kept him out of there. 3rd and 20, Owls. Yeah, make it 19 at the 37. Perez going to roll this way. Throws across his body, incomplete. Not a bad pass, but uncatchable as he tried to hit Ellis before he went out of bounds. And now it's going to be 4th and 19. What do you do? I mean, you're out of field goal range. Do you punt it and try and pin them deep? And it looks like they're sending the punt team on.
I think that's what you got to do. You really needed to go deep into this, the rest. You needed to keep going and get that first down right there. That penalty really hurt them.
Yeah.
And
then a loss also, remember. I mean, they just went backward once they got the first down. Cassidy, the punter.
Well, that just about got blocked as well.
It hit at the 4 and went straight into the end zone, so a touchback for Sachse. They've got 2:03 left in the half, and they've got all 3 of their timeouts left, leading 14-10.
Well, Sachse, I think Garland's going to have to figure out how to block a little bit on that punt because that's the second time. First time it did get blocked. This time, I mean, they just went straight through like nobody's blocking them, and that's going to cost you.
Something to work on at halftime. Huh?
Definitely, you're gonna have to sure that thing
get
up.
Get the chalkboard out. Do chalkboards still exist?
What's chalk?
What's a huddle? 1st and 10. Foreman back in at quarterback, drops the middle screen off, incomplete. Not a good pass, but Garland read it well also as he tried to hit Brian Okoye and could not.
We don't see it happen very often, a screen play. It's a good play, but in high school, for some reason, the linemen don't realize
middle screen, right?
Any screen, because they have to block before they release their player. But it seems like in high school, they just let their guy just go to go set up the screen, and it just never works.
2 receivers each way. Foreman has plenty of time, steps up, throws short, caught, first down. Jay Fair breaks a tackle. He almost was tripped up, and he's going to get it all the way to the 50-yard line. A 30-yard gain on a short pass. Just wide open right up the gut of the field.
Great job by the quarterback right there, stepping up, finding him.
Well, Sachse, a minute 40 clock running. They do have all 3 of their timeouts. Not going to use one here. Well, they're losing precious time as we're down there a minute and a half now. Foreman looking to throw. Here comes the rush. Screen caught. Coleman has an opening to the 40. Gets a block, and he's finally going to be spun down around the 30-yard line. Got a great block over there from the receiver. It looked like Tristan Turner.
Yeah, we got a flag. I'm not sure.
Oh, where's the marker? Oh, it's over there at the 45 of Garland. So kind of downfield. Oh, another illegal receiver, this time against Sachse, so bring it back.
Yeah, so what happens is they're trying to set that screen up like we were talking earlier, and they don't block. They just
right after you said why.
They just take off running.
Yeah. Yeah, you just talked about it a second ago.
Let's see where they are. See, look at 50, right there. He's on the 45, 46-yard line right there. He's way down there.
He's way downfield. What's the rule on that? How far can you go? The line of scrimmage only, or?
Yeah, I think it's a yard off both ways. It's a yard to 2 yards off. That's it.
Well, following the 5-yard walk-off, they'll scrimmage from the 45, their own 45 on first down. Nobody open. He's in trouble, and he'll be downed. Well,
he gets it away.
Until he got it away. And he got it back to the line of scrimmage from what I saw. Now was he out of the pocket? Those are the two priorities you must meet, and I think he met both of them.
Did he get, you think he was out of the pocket?
Yeah.
Okay, he's right there on the line.
That's you know, it's a
There's
hard
the
call
line
to
right
make.
there. He's not moved anywhere.
Yeah, I'd have to throw a flag on that, I think. We got a timeout first of all. Let's take a break. 1:03 left in the half. 14-10 Sachse here on GRS TV. Back here at Williams Stadium in Garland, Scott Powell, Bobby George, almost said Bobby Boyd, which is common. Second down and 20 for Sachse at the 40-yard line. Three receivers out to the right side, over here to the far side. And Foreman still in there at quarterback, wants to throw, has time, but can't find anybody open. Now he'll finally throw it. It's caught. Nice diving catch by Marshall Frost, short of the first down at the 45 of Garland. That's a gain of 10.
Yeah, he had too much time because Frost was not open. I mean, he was covered the whole way, but then he's able to make his way back towards the quarterback to get the ball. I mean, you got to send a little bit of pressure on him, or if he just has that much time to sit around and find people, you know, it's going to be a long day for you.
Adam Somahare, the injured player for Garland.
So you watch, look how much time he's got. He's sitting there scanning the field. We're looking down there as well, and there is nobody open. And then all of a sudden, see, he comes back to the ball.
Which is what you're told to do when the quarterback starts scrambling.
Give him some help, show your numbers, and that's what he does and gets the ball.
Clock stopped at 42 seconds, each team with 2 timeouts left, and Somahare still down on his back for the Owls. Reminder, our other game this week, North Garland and Naaman Forest, you can see on GRS TV all week as well as this one. So don't forget that. Steve Reeves and Bobby will have that game for you. Except for the off week, we have 2 fresh games for you every week, and that off week is next week, but 2 fresh games every week for you here on GRS TV.
Well, with 42 seconds left, let me go over the little bit of stats. Sean Coleman, 110 yards and a touchdown. Xavier Foreman, 34 yards and a touchdown. Let's see, Parker Wells, 5 yards in the air. And so that's really the story right there. It's the running game has been doing really good. Receiving, Jordan Neighbors got the catch for 5 yards. And so for Sachse, it's been all on the run. And of course, they did get that 10-yard pass right there at the end by Frost.
Team stats, first downs are 7-5 Sachse. Total yardage, Garland's got more, 175 to 156. But Garland with only 3 yards on the ground. It'll be tough to keep up in the second half if you can't mix the run and the pass. Foreman's got some time to throw.
Got
deep
him
over
wide
the middle,
open.
caught Neighbors. Tried to evade the tackle. He's trying to work his way inside the 10, which he does before he's finally downed at the 9.
Boy,
but a gain of 36. He was wide open.
Well, you just do not need that to happen for Garland. I mean, they have a timeout sitting out there for a long time, and then, boy, you just let that happen. And you had 2 safeties back there. He just split them.
Clock still running. They did not use one of their 2 timeouts. Foreman's going to throw on the slant, incomplete. No flag. So they're going to say good defense on Tristan Turner, and the play was made by Aaron King there.
Of course, Aaron King's with the first interception.
We've got an injured Mustang now that stops the clock with 16 seconds. Again, I find it interesting that on a long play like that, Sachse did not take a timeout and let some time get off that clock. They're down to 16 seconds with their 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, they had plenty of timeouts, so, I mean, you take them to half, you can't use them. You can't use them there, so you might as well take it.
On a long play like that, you got a long way to go and get set up, even though the clock stops on the first down momentarily. I think I would have used one there because now, of course, they're at the 9, so they must have some confidence that they can score here.
I think, is that Jordan Neighbors down that made the catch earlier? And,
I don't think so.
When
You're right. It is Jordan Neighbors.
Yeah,
I don't think so. You're correct, Bobby.
I think when he got tackled there, it kind of sprained his ankle or twisted him around weird, and I saw him hobbling around when he went to the line of scrimmage to run the play, and then after the play, he just laid down on the field there. I think that seems to be what happened.
Has to come out for one play at least. 3 receivers right as we get back to play. First or second and goal at the 9. Foreman. Deep slant, incomplete off the hands of Tristan Turner. He just flat dropped it right at the chest. I mean, Aaron King celebrating, but that should have been a catch and probably a touchdown. Watch the replay.
Boy, that's a nice throw, but boy, Aaron King is really putting the pressure on him.
He may have heard footsteps.
Boy, I mean, he put it in his ribs right there. It's a good, clean tackle.
He dropped it, though, before the contact, but again, he might have heard some footsteps. 3rd and goal from the 9, 13 seconds and 2 timeouts. This is definitely in Perez's range. He is hit.
Out.
It's either a fumble or an incompletion. They're going to say incompletion. The referee, Rick Adams, signals immediately incomplete. Be interesting to see what kind of call that was. Let's see, was his arm going forward or not? Ooh,
man,
boy, that was close, man.
Yeah, I mean, he hits him on the back motion.
In college and the pros, they'd be watching that over and over and over.
It'd be a 5-minute delay.
So the call was made, right or wrong, and Sachse now looks like they'll go for a field goal. Perez is out there, the kicker. Foreman looks like he'll put it down at the 16 and make it a 26-yard attempt. Sachse trying to increase their lead from 4 points to 7 points.
Just watch for some trickery here.
Now we've got a timeout.
No, I think he threw the flag.
Delay a game, maybe. It's from the back judge. Gosh, did they use that much time on the play clock?
Sure enough, it's set to 0 here, so they're going to back them up.
Did they ever set it, though? Red Barons is almost out to the numbers talking with the official. They may not have ever set it, Bobby. Or
they had to
maybe
delay a game.
It's hard to believe they used all that time, but they're saying offside. That was the signal. He signaled offside.
Well, that came from the back judge all the way by the goal post.
How could he call offside? I think the official just made the wrong signal.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a delay of game.
So make it a 31-yard attempt. Ball inside the left hash. Not a bad angle for Perez. He's already got a field goal tonight, right?
Oh, it looked great.
Garland has a field goal. And the kick is good by Perez. We've still got 3 seconds left in the first half. We'll take a break. 14-10, Sachse over Garland on GRS TV. Addison Perez, fresh off of his 31-yard field goal, will kick it for Sachse. This will be probably the final play of the first half.
Boy,
it's been a good one, Bobby.
It's really nice, isn't it, that you can lean on a kicker like that to win a game or to kick it at the last second and have that much confidence in him. Even after a delay a game and move him back 5 yards, you still set him out there and put one through the through the uprights. That's just really awesome.
Perez with a squibber right into the front man's arms for Garland on that front line. And that'll do it for the first half. Now, stay with us. When we come back in a few minutes, we'll have all the highlights from the first half. We'll also give you the first half stats, and then we'll have the second half kickoff. Our score at the half, it is Sachse 17 and Garland 10. They just now put the 3 points on the scoreboard. 17-10, Sachse over Garland here on GRS TV. Halftime. We're about ready to start the second half. We've got some first half highlights to bring your way, and lots of them. See the Owls all enthusiastic as they come out on the field, and they've played well, trailing 17-7, 17-10 to Sachse. Early play, here's a completion to Jabari Ellis, but he fumbles it right there, and Sachse recovers.
Yeah, that's what started the next possession for Sachse to go down and score a touchdown.
And they put together a 69-yard drive, which Coleman climaxed with that 3-yard touchdown run. And it's 7-0. Field goal attempt is good from Cassidy. With Garland to make it 7-3. Sachse goes the other way. That's Parker Wells, who throws an interception that ended that drive. Intercepted by Aaron King of the Owls. You see him celebrating. And here's a pass to Jabari Ellis, who was open and took it the distance for the Garland touchdown. And
Super
they
fast.
took their first lead of the game at 10-7. As that went 57 yards. Perez picked off as he came up short on that pass and was intercepted by Jean-Pierre. And Sachse finally scored on 3rd and goal, the 3rd consecutive quarterback sneak, and this time Xavier Foreman got in. That made it 14-10, and here comes an Addison Perez field goal to close out the first half scoring and make it 17-10. A very entertaining first half. Stats, first down 7-6 in favor of Sachse. Total yards in favor of Garland, 175 to 156. 172 of their 175 through the air for Garland. 9 out of 14 passing for Perez. 148 of Sachse's yards have come on the ground. As we have our opening kickoff, it goes out of bounds. So let's see if Sachse just takes the football. Only 3 penalties in the first half. We did have 3 turnovers, including 2 against Garland. That leading rusher is Sean Coleman, 110 yards and a touchdown rushing. Foreman had 33 yards rushing after he came in. Really, that's about it for the highlights.
Yeah, it's been a close game, though. It's been a lot of fun, back and forth, and really what's cost Garland is the turnovers. Both turnovers that they had basically cost them 2 touchdowns there, and because they were able to give the ball back to Sachse, and Sachse turned both of those into touchdowns. So really, that's the game.
1st and 10 Mustangs as Sean Coleman takes the handoff and squeezes a couple of yards out of that play. Like the first hit was made by the center of the line there, Richard Clemente, defensive lineman.
Looks like they're already calling a timeout on the first play.
Or it could be an injury. We do have a Mustang hobbled.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
a hobbled Mustang. Number 55, one of their offensive linemen, that's Ricardo Ochoa, who's going to have to come out for at least a play. As it looks like he's walking it off with every step. He'll be replaced by Joseph LaGrenade, number 54. Or La Grenade, possibly, instead of La Grenade. Not sure which, but I would go with La Grenade. Sounds better anyway. 2nd down and 8 at the 32. And starting the second half at quarterback, this is Foreman, who played most of the second quarter. Hands it off for a short gain. Boy, one man grabbed him, and then the pursuit came. A lot of white jerseys ended up on top of that tackle.
Yeah.
Led by Durant. Geber Durant.
Yeah,
40.
man, what a job right there. He just comes off his block right here. You see him, boom, right there. And, of course, Coleman is so strong. He's able to keep pushing and pushing and pushing, but boy, not before all those white jerseys start gang tackling you there.
Hard to stop him for a loss, as we've seen all night. 3rd and 5, or Sachse would have to punt it away. Foreman waits in shotgun, fakes the handoff, throws. He's hit as he threw, and it ended up being a wounded duck because he was plastered in the backfield. He's slow getting up.
Yeah,
and
Jeremiah Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett
Woo.
with the blitz. And I tell you, Foreman looks like he's in 2 or 3 parts as he comes off the field here.
And you got to pick that blitz up right there. That's why you've got to, as a running back, see that coming and know that's where you got to go to make that block, because if you don't, that's what happens. And this is a big part of their game, is the running game by him. And if you don't have him in there, that's going to change it, because they don't have a whole lot of yardage in the air. It's all been on the ground.
That looks like it might be a hip injury the way he's walking and holding it. We'll keep an eye on that as Perez punts it on 4th down. Fair catch. That's a pretty good punt at the Garland 31. They flipped the field nicely there. A 34-yard punt with no return. So let's see. They've got several trainers around Foreman down here. Remember, they have 2 quarterbacks. They played Parker Wells in the first quarter. It's nice to have 2 quarterbacks that have played in every game so far.
Yeah, the problem is that Foreman has 94 in the air, but he also has 29 on the ground and at a touchdown. So what they do is they use that read option with him, and that's what really opens up Coleman on his runs, is using him on that read option. And you take him out of the game right there, and that's a big plus for Garland.
Sergio Perez, the Garland quarterback, hands off to Jay Sean Powers, and he is in jail, just circling around in the backfield, and finally goes down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just has nowhere to go.
I mean, they had him boxed in nicely. Look at this.
If you find a hole for him, he's going to take it, but he's just not had one all night long. I mean,
he tried several opportunities and nothing was available. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers out to the right side here. Perez is looking right. Going to go deep down this far sideline. Incomplete. Overled the intended receiver, Hudson, who had a step on the defender.
Well, I like the call, though. Go ahead and toss it out to your best receiver out there and see if he can't pick it up. And they did have a step on him. Look at that. Oh, just right over it. Good coverage there.
They look to the sideline for a 3rd and 10 play. Again, 3 receivers right, 1 left.
Matthew Carter's been having to cover him all night, and he's done a pretty good job.
Perez going to throw it again. Intended for Ellis, but it was well short of him, and the play was well covered by Jason Tatang. It'll be 4th down. Garland looks like they'll punt.
Yeah, again, they take him out, do a little 5-yard out and up, and Tatang had the coverage.
Slow start for these 2 offenses. 1, 2, 3 punt so far. Dangerous Sean Coleman is deep for Sachse, waiting at his 30.
Garland's had a hard time blocking for their punter. Let's see what happens here.
James Cassidy with time this time, although he got it off very quickly. Wobbly, but a good kick. It's going to drift out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Boy, these 2 punters all night have flipped the field nicely. They're going to mark it at the 28. That's a 41-yard punt.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, he was able to get it off real quick. And again, the pressure comes straight up the middle on him. But he's able to get that thing off really quick. And a lot of that has to do with the snap. That snap has been on for Garland. They've been able to put it right to him and really quick. So
9:50 left, third quarter. Sachse with the ball and leading 17-10. Going to sweep it left with Coleman. Breaks a tackle.
Wow.
He's got midfield. He may go the distance. He's got one man to beat at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Sachse. Sean Coleman. 71 yards.
Boy, just like that. I mean, you know, he gets to the outside out there, and then he just picks that hole. I mean, it wasn't much there. You just see him scanning, and he just breaks it right there, and then boom, you got to make that tackle. I mean, that's a lazy tackle, and when you do that, boy, Coleman will make you wish you had really been looking at him. You got to put your eyes right on his number. See that number 6? That's where you got to put your face mask. You can't go down with your head down, because he will make you look bad.
Took him 10 seconds to go 71 yards. Addison for the extra point. Addison Perez. Good snap. Ball down. Kick. Good. Let's take a break. 9:40 left, third quarter. Our new score, Sachse 24, Garland 10 here on GRS TV. Folks on hand at Williams Stadium on a Thursday night. It's warm. We got a front coming tomorrow and a much stronger one next week. Our first cold blast will be nice.
Yeah, they say by next Friday it'll be 68 for the high. Can you believe that? So you have 95 degrees today. We just skipped fall altogether.
It's a shame the district has the week off next week. All the district schools will not play football next week.
Yeah, it's
chance to go to the fair and enjoy that.
right. It's fair day.
Which day is fair day?
I can't remember, but it's
Friday'd
this
be
next
a good
week.
day.
Yeah.
Addison Perez will kick it off. Garland needs an answer now, down by 14. This is a nice kick, deep, high, and they're just going to let it go out of the end zone. Best kick of the night for Perez.
Of course, that'll come out to the 25.
Yeah, they changed it to the 25 to penalize the kickers for having a good leg. I love penalties where you're penalized for being too good. Like extra points in the NFL, now you got to kick it 35 yards because they got to be so good they didn't want to make it so easy for them. It's ridiculous. You're penalizing kickers because they're too good.
Well, but I think
ridiculous.
they're trying to keep you from. They're giving you a break for letting it go in, take it out to the 25 for the offense, so that you don't actually take it out because they don't want people getting hurt. That's what's going on.
Well,
there.
kicking it out of the end zone ain't going to get anybody hurt. But, yeah, I see your point.
That's
Everything's
right,
about safety. But here's a completed pass, 8 yards to the 33 on first down. And we got another injury. We've had a lot of shaking up players tonight. And this is, although it doesn't look too serious, but this is Jesmer, Scotty Jesmer. He's had a big night, number 41 for Sachse. Oh, he gets his legs taken out from under him. Probably got a little ankle problem or something. Let's take a break. 24-10, Sachse here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
Be anything you wanna be. You can go any place you wanna see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you wanna see. It all starts right now with GISD.
And the injured player appears to be okay. Again, stepping it off and Looks like he's getting better with every step. Scotty Jesmer, who's been in on several plays for Sachse tonight. When we go back to play, it's going to be 2nd and 2, Garland. Still looking for their first down of the second half. Second possession of the half, trailing by 14. And here we go. 2 receivers each way. Powers to the left of Perez in shotgun. Perez looking to throw and does. Almost caught. Threw it a little bit behind Jeter, who reached back and almost made a nice catch.
Again, great defense by the defensive backs there. Number 26 on the coverage, Davis. He has to come back for it. You got to put that ball way out there and let your receivers run under it.
It's going to be 3rd and 2 now, or Garland would probably have to punt it away here from their 33. Oh, he throws it, and it's going to be picked for 6, it looks like. Yeah, that's a touchdown.
Coming back, though, because you had a safety coming through. The play was already, I mean, he was about on the 5-yard line, completely going to score, and you had just a blindside hit from the back right around the 20-yard line.
After the catch, I take it, so
yes,
the interception's good. And
but the touchdown probably won't. Watch right here. I mean, there's no reason to hit this guy. Boom, right there. I mean,
also clipped him, not only out of the blue, just clipped him.
Right, so that's going to take the touchdown off the board.
And Yanu is probably the most upset player. He gets an interception, but will not get 6 out of it.
No reason to do that. There was no reason to do that. That was going to be a touchdown. He had 7 yards on him.
That's why the rule exists.
Yeah, and hit him in the back.
Unnecessary blindside, and it's a clip at the least.
Yeah, he hits him at the back. He just never saw him.
Well, I like that. I like that rule
call
that they put in. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, that happened on the 21, 22-yard line, so they're going to have to move it from there.
What Perez was looking at, I mean, he looked like the intended receiver.
Yeah, it's just.
Here comes your walk-off, so the field position is going to be quite different, although Sachse's going to have good field position. They'll start back at the 38. Leading 24-10, 8:58 left here in the third quarter. And let's check the quarterback. That's Parker Wells now in there. So
man, just shedding tackles. Boy, what a strong run by the new runner. Was that number?
Okoye.
Oh, okay.
He's played a little on defense, and I believe that's his first carry of the night. Foreman, we'll try and find him, but he went out shaken up after the last series, and now Wells comes back in. Don't see Foreman yet, but that doesn't mean he's not down there. Second down and 2 after the 8-yard run. Wells hands it to Coleman, who busts it outside. That's Neighbors, by the way. Or is that Coleman? That's Okoye again, who's come in here for a couple of carries. Boy, he's a tall, thin running back.
Yeah, 6'1", 200 pounds. Well, he tries to manhandle him here, but 47 makes a good tackle on him.
Got a first down, by the way, at the 27.
Yeah, Pruitt saves him.
Gain of 5. And Okoye is still in there, and why not? He'll get the handoff again. He's hitting the backfield, but busts loose. Hard to bring down. He only got about 2 out of that, but he did a lot of running for the 2 yards.
Well, I tell you, Garland, they've had a hard time tackling tonight. And outside of that, they're in the right place. They're in the right position to make the stop, but they've just not been able to wrap up. Watch him right here. He shakes 3 or 4 guys, and if 40 wasn't there, Durant, he probably gets outside and makes a big play.
Well, I don't see Foreman anywhere. I think we would have seen it if they had taken him to the locker room. Looked like just by body language, looked like he had a hip pointer of some kind. Okoye again, he spins his way to the 23. That'll be a 2-yard gain and third down coming.
Yeah, and Sean Coleman as well. I mean, you know, we've seen a lot of him tonight, and it looks like they've gone ahead, pulled him out, and and let Okoye take part of these snaps here in the third quarter.
I've scoured that sideline. I cannot find Foreman. He may not be out there. 3rd and 5. Going to toss it left. Okoye is cut down in the backfield. Good penetration. They read that well all the way, and making the tackle, Julius Ramos.
Boy, what a play. He just reaches out and gets his legs. He had some running room out there, but that is a sure tackle. So get out there. Oh, yes, just a nice play right there.
So do you go here? It would be a 38-yard field goal. Perez has already kicked the field goal tonight. I believe it was 31 yards.
I mean, you're at the, 21-yard line, so, yeah, you go for it here.
4th and 3.
He gets
Coming
it.
left, Parker Wells on the keeper.
Oh,
Rare
my
runner.
goodness.
He's going
Look
to
at him
score.
go.
He got great blocking and took it in. Parker Wells. And the Sachse lead is 20.
I think even Parker Wells was surprised that it opened up like that. I mean, it looked like he's
Watch the blocking
It doesn't look
here.
like he has much room, but the blocking, yeah, is just no
Wow.
pursuit right there. He
You
just gets on the
rarely
other side.
see it open up like that with 3 good blocks on the sideline. That is just great execution.
Yeah, usually you've got pursuit from the linebackers coming that direction.
Who are unblocked, you know.
Yeah, and it just they didn't show up.
Perez for the PAT. There was a 23-yard touchdown run. The Perez PAT looks GOOD, and it is. Let's take a break. Sachse starting to pull away from Garland. 5:54 left third quarter. It's 31-10 here on GRS TV. Sachse will kick off.
Yeah, Garland's defense may be getting a little tired now. You know,
There's Wells.
they're short on numbers here, so they don't have a huge team as far as a number of kids. So you think maybe Sachse's got a whole lot of people. They can just switch in and out, in and out, in and out, and it kind of wears your team down. And
It is warm tonight.
And sometimes you see that, you know, late into third and fourth quarter.
Another deep kick that'll go out of the end zone for the touchback. Perez having a good night. So 5:54 left in the third, and it's now a 21-point Sachse lead, 31-10. Garland needs offense in a hurry. Now, most of their yardage has been through the air, so they're capable, but, you know, Sachse probably is going to be in more of a prevent defense now.
Yeah, Garland with 3 turnovers that really cost them 21 points there, and it's just, when you do that, a lot of times, you know, they say if you win the turnover battle, you win the game in most cases. So that seems to be what's happening here.
Perez hands it to Powers, who's stacked up and driven back.
Boy, he has had no room tonight to run. It just seems like every time he gets the ball, they're just right on him.
Main tackler there was Rosario. Lazarus Rosario, a mouthful to say. 2nd and 10.
See Grzniggi coming up there too, and they've got a lot of guys up there on that front 4 that really cause havoc on that running game.
Perez tried to hit a streaking Hudson over the middle, who was open, but he couldn't connect with him, and it'll be 3rd down.
And you just see Sachse, they just keep alternating guys in on that defensive lineman, those defensive ends. They just keep moving people in and out, and they've also set back into 2 safety deep now, so they just don't want any big plays over the top.
Perez rolling right out of trouble, drops it off. It's caught, in and out of the hands on the dive by Ellis. And that'll bring up 4th and 10.
Well, that would have been a first down. He was right past the line.
Not an easy catch, but a catchable ball by Jabari Ellis.
Yeah, I think he gets his hands under it. Well, you see it, 31 just gets in there and he flushes the quarterback out. Yeah, it's a little low, and I think when he goes down to catch that ball, his knee actually hits the ball and pops it back out.
Coleman, the lone safety for Sachse, back at their 40. Cassidy will punt it away. Low gets a bounce. Coleman will let it go, and this will end up being a great punt.
Coleman wanted to pick it up, but boy,
yeah,
he did the right job. He did the right thing right there, so let that thing go by and work on your offense.
51 yards, and a lot of that in the air, although it was a very low kick.
He has to get rid of it quick because they are coming in on him.
5:03 left in the third. Sachse leading 31-10 gets the football again. This was a close ball game for quite a while. 17-10 at halftime.
2 big runs, though. I mean, that was a 4th down and 5 that Parker was able to take to the outside and go 25 yards there. And when you do that, you get 2 big plays in a row. It kind of changes the game around.
Coleman takes the handoff, just looking for somewhere to go. He still going. Boy, they never will get him down. They finally do after the whistle. Going to give him forward progress to the 29. That's a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, they got to blow that whistle a little quicker because that's when people get hurt. Trying to scrum around like that, going backwards and forwards, and they get tied up underneath those, all of that legs and body parts all over the place, and they get hurt.
Bobby Sachse with 357 yards, 258 on the ground, and only 3 penalties. We've only had 5 penalties in the game. Nice one-handed catch by Marshall Frost, and he's got a first down to the 44. He was led a little too far, but Frost said, oh, no problem. I'll take this.
Yeah, he's like, hey, see, if you throw it to me, man, I'll take it.
Gain of 15.
Just reached out and snagged it.
Coleman with 186 yards rushing, by far the Sachse leader, and 2 touchdowns.
And he is back out there now.
Well, what they want to do is just grind the clock. I think you're going to get a steady diet of Coleman. As Wells waits in shotgun, 3 receivers. Coleman right up the middle, breaks a tackle. He's free, he may go. It's a foot race. 2 men converge, they grab him and get him down at the 5-yard line. But that was a 51-yard run by Sean Coleman, who just went over the 200-yard mark.
Boy, just right up the middle, and they have him. But boy, he just breaks tackles. Watch this. Right up the middle. There's people hitting him from every direction, and he just bounces through.
Shoddy tackling. I mean, there was a no hole there, and he just broke right through the tacklers.
Chase Riddle has to chase him down from deep.
First and goal at the 5. New running back in there, number 5, takes the handoff and fights his way to the 2-yard line. Not even on my depth chart. That is Corey Jones, number 5, with his first carry.
But you see what's happening. They're just kind of those big offensive linemen, and they're kind of just wearing Garland down. They've got the numbers on them.
Second and goal at the 2.
It's important for Garland to go up big in the first half so that they have a little room.
Jones again. He's going to be short of the goal line inside the 1.
You watch him line up real quick right under center.
Third and goal coming. Probably 2 chances to get the yard. Clock is stopped for some reason. Don't know what that possible reason could be. Now they wind it.
See if they go up under center real quick and just do the quarterback sneak. That's what we've seen quite often.
Wells is looking to the sideline right now. He'll stop and shotgun. Hands it to Jones. They had the penetration, but they missed him, and Jones scores the touchdown. Sachse, as they pour on some more points.
Yeah, they get right through. I mean, they do a good job of getting off the blocks, but you got to make the tackle. You got to make the stop. You got to see him and wrap him up.
Just kind of ran by him. Perez for another PAT. He's had a busy night. You always want your kicker to be busy. And he kicks another one. Let's take a break. 2:16, third quarter. Sachse pouring it on. They lead Garland 38-10 on GRS TV. Again, this is a 17-10 game at halftime. Sachse scored 21 here in the third, and they lead at 38-10. Addison Perez to kick off. This one's going to be high, a little shorter than the last two, caught at the 10. Jeter on the return, breaks a couple of tackles, still going, and they'll finally stop him at the 25.
Well, it's pretty important right now to come out there, settle down, and you know, get something going here. Pick up a couple of first downs. I mean, you've got to sustain a couple of drives here to keep that defense off the field. I mean, they've been on the field the entire third quarter.
Here come the Owls.
I'm not sure as Garland even had a first down this third quarter.
I don't think so. I'll check on that in just a second. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 punt.
Oh, he got one.
There's a first down.
That's the first time we've seen him try to run outside. And it worked.
Powers.
Gets a couple of good blocks right there by big number 78.
Then he makes a cut, and yeah, that's a quick 18 yards to the 43. And that is their first down. And only their 8th of the night. Perez has some time.
Got him.
Wide open, Allen, but he had to go up to catch it, and he had to go to the ground. But
how about that? I mean,
could have been 6 points.
Yeah, he sure could have.
24 yards.
His feet got tangled up when he went up to get the ball.
Oh, we got a penalty back behind the play. Boy, these officials love a legal receiver downfield. How many times do you see that in a game? Not very often, and that's the third time it's been called tonight. And how do you do it? I mean, that's just a quick pass. Why is a receiver going downfield on a long pass? An lineman, why are they going
Let's
downfield?
See here. Where do we see it? Yeah, you got a big lineman going downfield. I'm not sure if he.
You should be pass blocking. That's my point. It's a pass block situation.
It's like he didn't get the play call, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe he thought it was a screen, Bobby.
I'm not sure. Even you're not supposed to be down there in a screen either.
That's true. 1st and 15. At least it makes a little more sense. 1st and 15 and a loss on this handoff. Powers. They're going to give him the line of scrimmage, barely. Second and 15. Caught on a stop route. It's going to be well short as they get a little bit of that lost yardage back.
Yeah, they get back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe.
Dietrich with another catch.
Well, they
just 3rd and about 11.
Every time he just drops back to throw the ball, there's somebody right in his face. I mean, he's got to get rid of the ball really quick. He hasn't had time to really set his feet and throw it, has he?
Well, we're now under 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Could be the final play. Gonna go deep again. One-on-one. Oh, nice catch, as uncovering on the play was Hudson. Similar to a touchdown he had earlier tonight. He's going to be down at the 26. Ball's underthrown a little bit. Hudson does a good job of coming back to the ball.
Well, he
and
can
that's a
read
gain of 34.
Yeah, in the air. When that ball's in the air, can be he feels like it's his ball, and he just comes back and gets it. Just a nice job of reading it.
They'll do it for the third quarter. Sachse with 21 third quarter points and now lead Garland 38-10. Back in a moment here on GRS TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission, reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you wanna be. You can go any place you wanna see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you wanna see. It all starts right now with GISD.
Scott Powell, Bobby George back with you at Williams Stadium. I'll give you a report on the other game tonight. Lakeview Centennial and Wiley. When Wiley has a home game, they play on the same night. They also will play on Thursday night over there. If there's not a game at Wiley, then you have 1 Thursday and 3 Friday games, or whatever. I think I just confused myself there. 1st and 10 Garland. I'm just going to move on as Powers gets a handoff and he's taken down for a loss. Play never had a chance.
They haven't done anything right up the middle. That's
Ryder
just been
again.
stopped, every time. I mean, it's been a wall right there.
Second and 13. Perez throws again.
He got him there.
Wide open receiver. This is going to be a touchdown, Garland. Wide open right down the middle was Jordan Hudson. And that'll go for a 26-yard or about a 30-yard score.
Well, that's what they needed right there. Get the ball and put it out there and let him get it.
There's nobody around.
They had 2 safeties deep, but he's able to give them one move to the outside, make that safety look that way, and then break it back to the middle. That's exactly what happened, and that's a touchdown.
Cassidy for the extra point.
Well, they needed that one.
And he's got it. 11:24 left in our game, and Garland makes the score now 38-17 Sachse. Back in a moment on GRS TV. Lakeview Centennial leading Wiley 20-10. That's how wide open this district is. Wiley beats Sachse, who had to be one of the district favorites coming in. And now Wiley, who kind of looked like the favorite, losing by 10 to Lakeview early fourth quarter. And this is a wide open district.
It definitely is. There's a lot of teams here that, they're all very competitive. And, it'll come down to who gets on a roll towards the end of the season, I guess. And
how competitive? Let me give you one score that'll tell you. Naaman Forest, who most people would say is, probably going to finish last. They lost 42-28 to Sachse. They led Sachse 28-21 at halftime. I think this district is as wide open as it's ever been.
Yeah.
There's good and bad to that. I mean, there's not a real dominant team, but then again, every game will be interesting.
I agree. I mean, it's just wide open. You got to finish it. You got to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, and then you got to win a couple that you aren't supposed to win. And that's how you'll get in there.
Yeah, now if you beat everybody you're supposed to, there's a chance you will get in, by the way. I mean, you've got a real good chance to get in, let's put it that way.
Ball's loose.
But who are you supposed to beat, Bobby? That's the interesting thing is there aren't a lot of supposed to beats anymore.
That is true.
Garland will start at their 17 after they recovered the kickoff.
I mean, Garland, if they...
Sachse, excuse me.
If Garland hadn't had 3 or 4 turnovers this game, I mean, it would be a totally different game as it is.
Certainly can't blame penalties. Haven't had many. What are they gonna?
I guess there was a flag. Maybe there was an offside, so they're gonna make them kick it again.
Yeah, they were offside according to the official. You don't see that very often. Danny Russell, the Garland head coach, talking to one of his players.
They put together a pretty good game plan to beat Sachse. It just...
I think you mentioned turnovers have just killed them.
They hurt you. And then big plays. I mean, Sachse have put up some big running plays.
Coleman, if they could, done a decent job controlling Coleman except for about 4 runs.
That's right, but, he sheds tackles really well. And so you got to really wrap him up. If you put your head down 1 or 2 times, I mean, he's going to make you miss and shake you off. And that's kind of what's happened. I mean, he's been able to pick up some big yards a couple of times. And then, well, Parker getting loose on the sideline. Now, that was a surprise to even him, I believe. So some big plays for Sachse has really turned this game around.
Now the teams are going to go to the sideline. Do we have a timeout? Let's take a break. 11:23 left, 38-17. Sachse over Garland here on GRS TV. Well, we're going to try and kick off one more time. It's been a while.
Sachse didn't like the way they lined up for the onside kick, and then Garland kicked it over their head, so they backed their guys up again.
And the Mustangs on the return. And it's a good one, and he gets a block and has the sideline still going all the way to the Garland 23. What a kick return there. About 57 yards. And
that's why you make him kick off again, I guess.
That was Jean-Pierre.
Yeah, he takes that one, and he just gets good blocks. And look at that wall that everybody's just cleared out. There's nobody over there.
Gets that last block. Here come the Mustangs looking for more.
Yeah, Mustangs 433 yards, and most all of it on the ground. 320 on the ground, 113 in the air.
This is Okoye. Fights for pretty good yardage. He got 6 out of very little there over left guard.
Well, I tell you, Bennett's had a great game on defense. I mean, he's just chasing people down all over. He's going to be a sore young man tomorrow because he has been in a lot of collisions. See him chasing down from the whole other side there.
Koye again.
Wary coming around from the defensive end, making a good solid stop right there.
Got the 4 needed yards for the first down.
Yeah, he was holding on to him. You got to hold on to him and wait for you guys to help you out.
Sachse taking their time, working the play clock. We're down to 10 minutes on the game clock.
Yeah, they have full 2 minutes now to wind the clock down.
Wells has played the entire second half at quarterback as Foreman got shaken up.
They got the ball.
Did they blow it dead or not is
They
the question.
must have.
Yeah, the coaches for Garland next door don't like the call, but they called it dead at the 11. Don't think they agree next door.
No, I don't think so either.
That table
see
can
what
get
happened
pounded
right here.
on occasion.
It's just, he's running forward. There's no forward
Did
progress.
they blow the whistle? They may have blown the
right
whistle.
there, they rip it out of his hand as he's going backwards. So forward progress probably stopped at that point.
Yeah, they probably blew the whistle. Once you start going back, they'll usually do that. So it looked like a decent call. 2 yards to the 11, 2nd and 8 Mustangs. Again, Okoye bounces off a tackler, keeps his balance just enough to score the Sachse touchdown. Now, wait a minute. One official said he's down at the 1. The other one ruled touchdown over here on the near side.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to keep his balance. They must have said that he got his knee down on the ground. You know, he's 6'1", 200 pounds, and it's been hard for Garland to tackle him.
The side judge
There we
ruled
go.
touchdown.
Let's see, right. Knee down.
Looked like a good
Oh,
call.
but look, the ball
Wow.
is probably over the.
Yeah, we'd be watching this
Oh,
over
yeah.
and over at the college and pro level. Ben Metcalf overruled the field judge, so it's 1st and goal at the 1. They're probably going to score anyway. And Okoye, he's tackled in the
Good
backfield.
solid tackle right there.
Really nice play there. And making the play was 55, Richard Clemente. So 2nd and goal from the 2 as he lost a yard. Great job at defeating the block and making the tackle.
Yeah, it was a nice job because he's coming right down the line, and they probably could have got him on a holding on the offensive lineman, but they didn't call it. But he does a great job coming off of that, making a solid tackle.
Okoye still in the backfield with the Wells, gets another handoff, breaks a tackle and scores easily.
There it is. You're in the
Shoestring
right
try.
place. Yeah, you're in the right place to make the play.
Durant
boy, he
tried
makes-
the shoestring and couldn't do it.
Yeah, he just makes you miss. He's a big guy.
So Okoye getting some playing time here and doing a good job with the 11-yard run. It's now 44-17.
They've got a couple of good backs, and a lot of that is breaking tackles and making people miss, and a lot of it is good offensive line play.
All this set up on the long kickoff return by Jean-Pierre. They only had to go 23 yards in 6 plays, excuse me. Perez for another PAT. I take it that's Perez. Nope, that's a new kicker. I just had a feeling that was not Addison. 99. Alex Diaz is going to try this one. We got a whistle, though, and a penalty against Sachse, so we'll have to try a little further one. Neighbors will put it down at the 15. By the way, I see Foreman on the sideline down here. That's good news. Number 12, the quarterback, sitting on the bench down here. That's great news. Kick is up, and it's good. Timeout on the field, 8 minutes left. Our new score, Sachse 45 and Garland 18. Here on GRS, back to scoreboard operator, put an extra point up there to fool me, I think. 45-17 Sachse here on GRS TV. Sachse will kick off.
happy fans there. Home crowd.
Wonder if they knew they were on TV. Hopefully they'll find out later. Here's the Perez kick. It's a good one. Jeter will let it go. That'll be a touchback. Boy, Perez is quite a kicker. And he's had a lot of practice tonight. So Garland with all 3 of their timeouts left. Let's see if they stick with the same unit offensively.
Yeah, let's see if Sachse starts switching people in and out. Now we have been seeing them switch defensively, switch people in and out. So you know,
it's like the same starters for Garland. Perez will run the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Caught by Hudson. Trudges forward near the first down. Might be a yard short at the 34, and he is.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Garland has enough players on their squad to switch a whole nother unit out, kind of like Sachse. Looks like a lot of the defensive players have moved in and out, but Garland, they just don't have that many guys to do that.
2nd and 1 Owls. Perez nearing the 300-yard mark tonight. Powers wanted to sweep it left. He's going to be trapped in the backfield, had nowhere to go. Number 40 and number 98. Now, 40 hemmed him in. That was John Onawu. And 98, Albion Krasinski made the stop. Or Krasigny. I think he had a brother play a few years ago. Krasigny. 3rd and 13. Garland. Caught, but well short of the first down.
Oh, I think they're going to give it to him.
Oh, it was only 2. I thought it was 12. My fault. That is a first down. Yeah, forward progress, absolutely. Good job by Ellis to turn around beyond the chain and make the catch.
Oh, yeah, look at that ball coming out there. How did he even make the catch?
Well, he did for the first down. Perez wants to throw, and he's in trouble just trying to get out of it, and he does nicely. Going to go deep down the middle, crossing route, and it's caught by Allen on the dive at the 29-yard line.
Wow, beautiful throw right there. He sees him down there, and it doesn't throw where he is, throws where he's going. Nice job to escape right there. His linemen never stop, keep helping him, and boy, what a great throw that is.
36 yards. Boy, it started with Perez.
Fingertip
scrambling.
catch.
Good job by Allen to uncover and cross on the same side of the field that Perez was on. Gonna hand it to Powers, who cuts it out, runs into a defender, and nowhere to go. He's downed immediately. And the hit, he got a little help, but the major part of that tackle was made by Grant Van Quest.
There's just not a whole lot of trickery. When they hand it off, they know, the defense knows they're handing it off. There's nothing
He rarely
there,
pulls it out. Yeah, usually hands it.
There's nobody coming in motion.
You've talked about it all night long.
Yeah, sometimes they'll bring people in motion at least to kind of confuse who they're going to hand it off to or something, but boy, there's just nothing there.
We got a break and play, 5:43 left. Sachse leading Garland 45-17 here on GRS TV. There's your injured Mustang. He looks like he's going to be okay. As Anthony Anyunwu. Throw by Perez, in and out of the hands. A little bit behind the intended receiver, Ellis. Pretty good coverage from Sachse, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, I think he basically almost catches that ball, but the defender just really hits him at the same time the ball arrives and knocks it out. Look at this right here. boom, see a hand come across there, knocks it out. That's a great defensive play.
Pena on 3rd and 10. Incomplete off the hands of Jeter, crossing over the middle, a little bit high with the pass. Jeter got a couple of fingertips on it anyway.
That ball was coming in hot, and it was good coverage, so he has to throw it like that.
Perez has thrown for 304 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hudson, 134 yards, and Ellis, 104 yards, the 2 leading receivers.
4th down, they got to go for it here.
I don't think Garland threw for 300 yards all last season. I'm kidding, but it wasn't much. Deep one. Oh, we got a little contact and no
flag.
call. I guess he decided that both players were involved in it and just waved it off.
Boy, it looks like he sees the ball going out there, and he kind of turns into the defensive back to get the call, and they just don't give it to him. Watch him turn back in, and yeah, that's
hard to tell.
That's got to be something, though.
Ball
There
goes.
is a flag on the field. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there is one. Ball may be going over on downs here, but let's see what this penalty is about. Rick Adams, unsportsmanlike against Sachse.
Was that before or after the?
Yeah, they're going to give it to Sachse because that was a 4th down play, so it's after. They're going to mark 15 against the Mustangs. 5:24 left. It's a 28-point Sachse lead. And they're going to start at their own 14. Still a lot of people here for a Thursday night and a 28-point 4th quarter margin. Mustangs hand it off.
Garland's still
And a new
playing
back.
really hard. You know, they're really playing hard.
Keelan Cooper with his first carry of the night.
There's no give up on those Owls.
2 for Cooper. So we're going to go under the 5-minute mark. Sachse cheerleaders over here on the home side. There's the Mustang mascot. 2nd and 8 Mustangs. And that's Wells in there, quarterback, hands it off again to Cooper, who backs his way to the 23. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 or 3 needed.
You have a 40-second play clock, and they're just letting it wind all the way down.
Sachse with 456 yards, 343 on the ground. Before this possession. 3rd and 3. Cooper hit, falls forward. He's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down. And you said it, Garland playing hard here. 3 runs, no 1st down. Davion Pruitt with the tackle.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good game. I mean, he's been around that ball all night long. Coming from that defensive inside, you know.
Perez, you know, these kickers are also punters, so they've had a busy night. Aaron King will be the deep man for Garland. Wobbly toward the sideline. Oh, he gets a great bounce. Boy, Perez has had a great night. He's one of the MVPs of this game, and he hadn't even run it or caught it. It's going to be down at the 23. He even made a tackle, remember, as a kicker. All the way to the 23-yard line.
Well, they have a lot of things to celebrate. 45 points. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of fun at school tomorrow.
Yeah, I bet it's fun to play on Thursday and then go to school on Friday.
That's right.
You ever play on Thursday, Bobby, at Dallas Christian?
Yeah, they play. No, that's really always on Fridays, I think.
I had 1 or 2 maybe at Trinity Christian. But yeah, almost every Friday. 1st and 10, Garland. Powers takes the handoff, and he's going to be dropped for a big loss. First hit was made by Justice Ryder. Boy, he's had a lot of tackles tonight.
Boy, he really
Number
has.
31.
He has really dominated the game here.
It's a loss of 3 on 1st and 10. Perez had some time. Now he's flushed out. Incomplete on the pass. Tried to hit Hudson and let him a little too much. So Sachse's going to go to 2-1. Garland's going to fall to 1-2 in district.
Well, it was a good game for a while, and then
17-10 at the half.
Yeah,
Sachse's been close with a lot of people at the half. They trailed Naaman Forest 28-21 at the half.
yeah, they start wearing you down in that 3rd and 4th quarter, and you just, you know, they've got a lot of players, and they can alternate them in and out.
Allen with the catch, but short of the first down because of the loss. 2:25 and counting here in the 4th, and Garland will punt it away, it appears. Again, don't forget the other game this week. Bobby and Steve are bringing you Naaman Forest and North Garland. You can see it all week here on GRS TV. So we have 2 games every week, 2 fresh games. The district is off next week, a bye for all the teams. Wobbly short punt that's going to get a great roll. Not a lot of return tries tonight on punts. It's going to stop at the 39 of Sachse. Some of our finest from the Garland Police Department.
Yeah, give them a good thumbs up. When you have a problem, who do you want to call? And you want them to respond first.
Garland Police Busters.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, I just thought of Ghostbusters. When you
Yeah,
said, who are you going to call?
Yeah. And I think it was all national neighborhood group out day or something.
National night out is what it's called.
And boy, man, we had a lot of police come by ours in our neighborhood in Rowlett, so it was really a nice time beating all those folks.
Sachse will take a loss here. Actually, a penalty, it looks like. No, it's just a loss of 5. They're going to run this clock out, it appears. Second and 15. They're working that play clock as far as they can, and
oh yeah,
take another knee. It'll be 3rd and 19. And they may have to make a 4th down. They will have to make some kind of 4th down play. They're in what's called the victory formation. 17 on the play clock. No, they don't. They can just line up and not run a play on 4th down, and that'll do it. Still got 12 on the play clock, 39, as you can see it counting off the big clock. So 2 more knees, and we'll be out of here.
Well, those guys are having a good time, man.
And they do not even have to run another play, and both teams will head to their sidelines, then line up for their handshakes. Bobby, your final thoughts?
Hey, I think Garland's got a lot of potential. And
me too.
You know, they're sophomores, and they got a good team. A lot of fun.
Wow, how fun are they going to be in 2 years and even next year? They're just going to get better and better.
Better and better. And I don't know what the big celebration for Sachse. It must have been a big win for him. Maybe it's something 500 wins, or I don't know. But boy, they're celebrating pretty early.
They're unloading everything they can onto Red Barons. It's going to be a wet Red Barons.
Yeah, there must be some kind of a milestone that he hit tonight that we weren't aware of.
Yeah, that's an unusual bucket emptying this early in the year. Anyway, thanks, Bobby. Enjoyed it. Again, our other game will be North Garland and Naaman Forest on GRS TV this week. Reminder, our final score tonight, Sachse 45, Garland 17. For Bobby George, I'm Scott Powell and our entire GRS TV crew. So long, everybody.